Hello everyone. This is Johnson FX. How are you all doing? So I just want to give you a quick breakdown on this trade I am in. I'm in right now, right? So uh, my thought process behind this trade is just normal market structure, uh, liquidity, and that's all. Just market structure and structural or inducement liquidity. So yeah, uh, let's dive into it straight up. On a normal day, the kind of the kind of pattern I look forward to in the market is this, right? So let's say the market is actually trending to the downside. This is what I look forward to. I look forward to something like this, right? When you focus on only just this pattern, it will really go a long way, right? When you have a confirmed bias that okay, the structure is trending to the downside, right? And but again, and you see uh, a push to the downside, then a retracement that is to give the lower high, right? A retracement. You don't just enter randomly around this area because the market is creating the market moves from liquidity to liquidity, that is from internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. So this one, this area would serve as this area will serve as an inducement. This area will serve as an inducement for the market to tap into to continue the initial sell, right? Same thing applies to when uh, when the market is trending to the upside, right? Market will do something like this, then continue, then come and take this low, this higher low right here, and pump, continue pumping to the upside, right? And this is the exact scenario that happened here. We would see so many of these examples when we backtest. I've backtested this enough, and I've seen that um, it is what happens. It is occurrent in the market. Let's take for example, yesterday. I took this trade yesterday. This was where I was looking forward to. I was looking forward to this area to take my trade, right? This area to take my trade. You are either taking your trade at the extreme order block or the extreme fair value gap, right? So I took my trade around this area. I took my trade around this area. I took it um with the order block. If you zoom in, you'll see that there is a fair value gap. Let me zoom in. You see that there is a fair value gap around around this area. Around this area, you can see there is a gap between these two candles, right? So you could see that there is a gap between these two. So it's either you're taking it around the extreme fair value gap or the other block, right? So now, uh, the next trade I'm looking forward to take my buy. Actually, I missed. I would have taken a trade around this area. I would have taken a trade around this area, Why? Because I still see this place as a protected. So the market still came back around this period, around this area, right? And the market swept the market did something like this. This low was used as the inducement this time around. This low was used as the inducement, right? And now the market tapped into this uh this extreme order block around this area and tap and started pushing to the upside. Normally some people will not want to take the risk entry, so you wait for the confirmation. You wait for a more obvious confirmation. Now, this is another confirmation here. This is another confirmation. I was actually meant to take a trade, but it didn't trigger me. I don't know, uh maybe the spread or something like that. I, I I was meant to take a trade, although it tapped into its in the what's the name in the trading view, but not in my broker. So let's see, maybe it will still come back around this area. So another scenario, right? Another scenario, just like the one just like what I drew here, right? When you have a uh confirmed trend, right? So right now there is a shift of market structure around this area, right? So now what I was waiting for, instead of taking it the around the fair value gap, I opted to take it around the entry. And it is because I've seen that it has swept this low, it has already swept this low, right? It has swept this liquidity, because there is liquidity resting below this low right here, right? Uh so I saw uh I saw another block around the 5 minutes, and this was my inducement. Most time the around your entries you see inducement around your entry. So what do you do? So most time you see inducement around your entries, and sometimes you might not see inducement around your entry. But what the market does is that it would when you don't see inducement around your entry, the market would engineer liquidity. That is, it will create liquidity and sweep that liquidity. Let's say for example now, maybe there is a buy trend, right? So the market is looking forward to to tap into an extreme order block, or to come back at the discount area to push to the upside, but it does not see any he didn't see any liquidity. It will either take use this one as the liquidity, do something like this and continue to the upside, or better still, or engineer liquidity. So the market will do something like this, right? It will engineer liquidity. Maybe we have a confirmed uptrend, right? So the market did not see any inducement liquidity, just like the one we saw here. So the market will do something like this, right? It will engineer liquidity and sweep the liquidity, right? Sweep the liquidity and tap into maybe an extreme um order block or a fair value gap and push to the upside. I think you're understanding what I'm trying to say. So that is the thought process around this trade also, right? It is just a very, very simple mechanism of trading. It's very, very simple. It's that you're using your extreme fair value gap or order block to make your entries. Around this area, you can see this is what actually happened. It's made this one served as an inducement for this trade, right? And it tapped into this this other block, for the buy. Now, where are you going to be placing your stop loss? It is either you are placing your stop loss below this low to be safer, right? I would rather place my stop loss below this low. And where are you targeting? You're targeting this place might be your first target, maybe for 2%, and your second target might be uh this other one, this other buy side liquidity around this area, right? For how many around? For 4%, for 4.78, seven, yeah, 7%. So that's the normal mechanism around this trade. That's just the normal mechanism around this trade. Same thing applies. Same thing applies when you want to sell. Same thing applies when you want to sell too, right? So I inverted the chart. So it applies when you want to sell also. So maybe you are in a sell position, right? Maybe you are in a sell position. Like what happened? Look at what happened right here. I actually say that okay, this one should be. I actually say that this one should be the inducement, either this here or this. Then you take your trade around this area, you take your short around this area, you take your short around this area, right? Take your short around this, and you're targeting this low, right? So that is how it is. That's how it is. So liquidity is actually a very, very important part of your trading. So if you are just if you are just viewing this channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys.